Morning guys, this is Wolf from Wolfie's Bar, and I thought I'd do a quick, don't know what you want to call it, a rant or insight, but one of the interesting aspects of being in a Web3 space is seeing things like projects being rugged, and one of the projects I actually truly believed in was rugged. Well, don't know if it was this morning, but everything is definitely disappeared by this morning. And it's interesting, it felt like a very legitimate and honest project in that context. The only thing that did seem odd was it was extremely ambitious to the extent where I was thinking, because I've got a real business and I've completed quite a lot of projects, that this would require some skill and revenue or money behind it, which it didn't seem to come through that properly. And hence it was rugged in the end, and of course will cause a lot of upset and stuff for people. But that's one of the things that happens in the Web3 space, which is really poor and bad for the Web3 space, because the Web3 space is actually a solution for a lot of the problems we have in the world, business-wise, and these things don't help. But I was thinking about it this morning in context of real business, and this happens in real business also quite a bit, and it's two-tiered. I mean, the one thing is there's a lot of people that go into business that's actually not focused on serving, but actually focused on just generating as much revenue or money as possible. Hence, and they don't even always do that, so things collapse very quickly. So that's the one problem you have, is that people don't understand that entrepreneurship is not about making money per se. Entrepreneurship is about serving people, and in that process you'll balance the books and you'll grow something that will add value to people's lives, and possibly in yours also. But that's not the pursuit, and shouldn't be the pursuit from day one. Pursuit should always be serving. So that's an important thing to remember. The other thing is that because of the view the world has in regards to entrepreneurship of being something where people just pursue getting money, a lot of times the pressures that your customers or whoever puts upon you is quite excessive as entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is not only about adding value to people, but it's also about having grit and the capacity to take hits in regards to people's views of you or people's pursuits against you, and always to stand tall and strong and push through that. And I always try to explain it in that context, especially if you look at my Web3 projects and all my projects and all the things that I've done and achieved over the years. The important thing about that is completing stuff, having grit, adapting to whatever the outside factors is pushing upon you. And all of the time, your project never ends up where you envisioned in the beginning to end up, but it does end up at a place of completion. And a lot of times that place of completion is even better than what you hoped for, or it's actually serving something better than what you intended it to be. And that is the cool thing about it. That's part of the journey and the fun of this whole thing. So it's really important to just always think in that context. So it doesn't matter whether you're an investor, customer, or whatever your pursuit is, just make sure that you do the right type of research, not only in regards to the business that you're investing in, but into the owner of that business, who the person is, what's his values, character, grit, strength, and what has he delivered before. And that gives you a hell of a lot of insight on what is valuable and strong.